Hi, I'm Pantazi. Today we're going to talk about two different dynamics on attacking the nerves of the upper arm, and I'll display those in a minute. You can see it in the background playing on the video. This video will be in Patreon. It'll be about an 8 to 15 minute film, and in the Platinum subscription there is a full 55-minute film on different attack methods, different applications, different guys doing it to each other. We take a whole class with this attack method. Now, when you're hitting the nerves of the arm, okay, these aren't pressure points, okay? Pressure points are hitting the fascia of the muscle. The needles are inserted into the fascia. The acupressure is applied on the fascia of the muscles themselves. Okay, when you're using Kyusho, we're after vital structures, be it the nerves, the blood vessels, the organs. In this case, today we're going to be talking about the nerves of the arm. Now, there's a couple different levels we want to work with. There's paralysis, okay, and there's also incapacitation. Now, paralysis to start is the weaker of the two. When you attack the nerves of the arm, we're going to be attacking, for this film, we're attacking the nerves of the upper arm right underneath the deltoid muscle. Now you have several nerves that are close to the surface that you can attack. Now the bone is, the muscles and the nerves here are very close in proximity to the arm bone, okay, the upper arm bone. And that's going to give you a good hard surface to pinch those nerves against, which is going to cause a lot of pain. Now, there are some trajectories when you're striking the arm, whether you're coming across, you're going up, you're going down. There are certain trajectories that will cause paralysis, certain trajectories that will cause incapacitation. Now, paralysis, there's going to be pain, of course. There'll be pain in all levels because you're hitting a nerve. Now, when you hit for paralysis, what you're going to do is that the opponent's arm can get numb, it can get weaker, it can have a slower reaction of expansion and contraction, and even the grip will be hindered. Okay, the arm is going to be more or less useless. It's going to be paralyzed. We used to call it Pyrrhic arm technique. Pyrrhic meaning render useless. All right, now that's one step of the game, and that's one trajectory. However, if you want a better result, all you do is you change your directory, and then you get the incapacitation. Now, the incapacitation does a few things. First of all, it controls more of the body. Okay, the body's going to go into severe contraction. And with that acute messaging, with this correct trajectory, you're going to send an acute message into the central nervous system, and it will cause not only full body incapacitation, okay, or collapse. That when you incapacitate the body, it's going to collapse anyway. And of course, altered states of consciousness. Yes, right here on the arm. It's hard to imagine, but if you think if someone just put your arm in a car door and slammed the car door on it, you'd probably pass out, okay? That's what we're talking about. Now, you can affect it enough with your hand strikes, your elbow strikes, many different ideas that we'll cover later in the film. So I just wanted to go on and give you a little short synopsis of what we're going to be covering and the different potentials of using the nerves of the arm. Now, let me get into this again, because a lot of people come on the channel here and they say, oh, it's all fake, it's all anything, that pressure point stuff doesn't work. Well, it's not the pressure point stuff that we're doing, so you should rethink your approach to discussion. All right. Now, in the arm here, there are two pressure points, okay? There are lung point 3 and 4, okay? And they're right under the deltoid muscle. But those pressure points are, again, on muscle and fascia. Fascia is the connective tissue around and between the muscles, or the strands of the muscles. What we want to do is we want to affect the nerve, and it has a much more acute messaging that goes to the brain and a much more powerful messaging. That's Real Kyusho. And can you do it in a fight? Oh yeah, it depends on what the situation is, okay? And the people that say that you can't get to this in a real situation have never really even trained with the Kyusho. Otherwise, they wouldn't say that, because they know that if they're in a grappling match, the guy's on the ground, they drop a knee on the same target, yeah, it's going to work. And it's very possible you can do that. You could drop an elbow on it, you could put a forearm on it, you can run a shin across it. Okay, there's many different things you can do to incapacitate the body or paralyze the arm. And this film is going to get deeper into that idea for you. Again, go to Patreon, you'll get the anatomical explanation, and you'll also get a couple of tutelage sections where we're showing the nerve and the trajectories and also the effects upon it. All right, let's take a look at the arm targets here. Now, a lot of people look at pressure points and they see lung 3 and 4 up and through this area, but they're doing two things to themselves. First of all, they're not accounting for the nerve structures. They're just going into the fascia or the tissue, like just the muscle tissue in through here, or the fascia in between the muscles or surrounding the muscles. That's what a pressure point is, but they're not looking at the inner nerves. So let's take the skin away first here, and we'll get down to just the muscles and the nerves for right now. We can see on the inside of the arm, or all around the arm, there's good nerve targets to hit. Okay, there's even the Golgi tendon right in through here at the end of the deltoid, and that muscle there, if you strike this Golgi tendon in the way with a stretching action, you're going to get a great result. Okay, and you also have the brachialis muscle here, and it also has a tendon in the same area. So if you punch right at the base on a stretching angle, either down or up, it wouldn't matter. You could stretch this tendon down, or you could stretch it going up as well, and that will cause a great effect. Not as good as the nerves, though. Now, I love muscle spindle cells, and I like Golgi tendon because they cause a lot of dysfunction. However, there's nothing like shocking the nervous system all by itself. So let's zoom in here a little bit so I can capture this, and we'll bring him up a little bit. You can start to see the nerves around here. Now, let's get right into this nerve in through here. You got the ulnar nerve back down in there. You can barely see it. This is the medial brachial cutaneous nerve. What they're called doesn't really matter. We have this nerve here that's the musculocutaneous, and then of course right back in through here. Let's see if I can capture it here for you. That little nerve right there, that's called the radial nerve. So let's bring this guy back down again and go from there. Let's see. So when you're striking these nerves, what we want to do is we want to first pinch it against the bone. All right. Now, if we take the muscles away for a second, we can start to see that it gets it's a little hard to see, but we can start to see that these nerves right in through here, they're very far away from the bone. Okay, they're right in through here. You can't see it right at the moment here, but here's one of them. This is the musculocutaneous nerves here. Okay, so that one is one you're going to be targeting. So, and some of them are more superficial. Now, these are the deeper set nerves, but when you bring back the muscle, you're going to start to see that they have different branches here. Okay, but that was the same nerve. So let's take away the muscle again, and you can see that it's the same branch of the same nerve that causes the effect, and it goes right into the higher nerve here, which is the lateral cord of the C5 and C7 or cervical 5 through 7 nerve, but that's what's going to cause the dysfunction. Let's bring back the muscles here, and we'll talk about attack. Well, let's get back to this one right back in through here also, the radial nerve here. The radial nerve also has another branch.
Let's get him over here. But if we call out this nerve here, okay, you can start to see that it also has a nerve on the inside. So all the way around the arm, right underneath the deltoid, is an attackable nerve. Not directly on the back, okay? Right back and through here, there's a chance to pinch a nerve against the bone. Okay, but for the more superficial nerves, it's going to be the radial nerve at this location on the inside, this location. Okay, and of course, the branches here, we got the medial cutaneous, and we also have the muscular cutaneous. So when you're striking these nerves, what we want to do is we want to stretch them. Now, if you stretch them downward, for example, okay, if you strike on a downward stretching action of any of these nerves here, even this one here, okay, you're going to get a great effect. What's going to happen is you're going to paralyze the arms, the legs will give out a little bit, and you'll have a sort of paralysis or sort of a dysfunctioning of the muscle structure. However, if you take these same nerves and you strike up on them, okay, and you get them to send the message, the neurological message, into the central nervous system more accurately and efficiently, well, then you're going to have a greater effect as well. What's going to happen on this one is the arm will fold up, okay, and the guy will be bringing in his fist into a bent elbow position as the head reels back away from you and the legs lift off the ground. Now, if you punch that hard enough, it's also a way to cause dizzying and up to unconsciousness. When you strike them down, you're just going to have paralysis of the arm muscles and weakening of the leg structure. You're not going to get the same amount of conscious effect. So those are some nerves on the arm, and let's bring that skin back in here for a second. We'll just fade that away, and you can start to see how it comes around on the outside. So if we do a circling action right around and through here, you'll start to see where the targets are, right underneath the deltoid. So if you limit yourself to just pressure points on the fascia or the muscle, okay, then you're missing the opportunity for striking all of these muscles correctly, okay, or especially the nerves to get the best effect.
We found these 2 points in through here. We have to decide which way we're going to strike them, whether we want to strike up, down, sideways, which way you want to go with this. Now, I don't recommend using a palm or a forearm because, yeah, you can hurt it, but it's not that sharp, disabling type of shot. You want to get your knuckles in there, whether it's a little knuckle, blood pool hand, I don't know what kind of weapon you want to use. Later we'll be tagging with the elbow and play with that as well. But you want to find out what direction you're going to go with. So I'm going to hit it sideways, okay, and there's really no dysfunction. Hurts a little bit? Okay. Now we're going to take it down away from the nervous system. When I do this, you start to see that it drains, sorry about that, it drains the body just a little bit. But we didn't have this overall dramatic effect. It's when you strike up that you got the overall dramatic effect that we're looking for. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is just experiment with hitting it sideways, okay, with whatever you want to hit it with. Hit it down, and then once try and take it up and see which way that goes and how it goes for you. Hey, put a little mustard on that one for you. You get to do it back.
Oh, you just did a minute ago?
Yeah, well, I didn't see it. Yeah, baby. Okay, so that hurts.
Yes, it does. Is the fact that the deltoid's coming into that point at the same area where the muscle's closing and connecting part of the reason for the pain when you hit it upward?
When you hit it upward, well, you're sending the shock factor into the spinal cord, or more, going up to the brain, so it has a shorter time to think about what's going on. If you pull it away from it, it still hurts a lot and it dysfunctions the body, but it's shooting the energy down, or you're sending some input down to the hand rather than just up to the brain itself. So it's a little shorter path and a little bit more sharper reaction. Okay, now let's work it a little bit differently. We're going to work it with an elbow. Okay, now there's several ways. The elbow is a more powerful weapon, obviously, and you're going to get a lot more power behind it. Now you can take this sideways with an elbow strike and striking it, to cause a little pain. But again, it doesn't really do too much. If I drop into it, you see. Okay, you okay, Mike? You can see that that has a better effect.
I hope when you get the chills and everything.
Where'd the pain go?
Well, it went right to my head.
Yeah. And you didn't even feel your feet anymore, huh?
No. Ooh, that was unreal.
Okay, but unfortunately, if you go up, sorry, you had to know that was coming worse. No. How much? What did it do that was different?
Oh, I was passed out.
Okay, it was a little bit lightheaded.
Yeah. The other one, my legs went out, head got a little fuzzy. Now I was passed out.
Okay, sorry, but not really.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, experiment going sideways first, whether you go forward or backward with your elbow. Practice coming down with it. And remember, you got to hit with just the elbow tip. If you hit with the back of the arm, you're really not going to get a great effect, or it's going to be muted. In practice, that might be what you want to do after an hour of getting this in the arm. You're not going to like it. And then go up with it and see the different results.